All right, ladies, gentlemen, how's it going, man? Hey, we're here. Oh wow. Hold up. All right, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to class five. I'm solo dolo today. There's nobody in the class chat. I put out a notification out here in the Discord, but nobody. Guess everyone's too busy. But it's whatever, man. Hey, so we're gonna get into class number five today. We're going to actually be showcasing the strategy. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to start back testing with the people here in the Discord, start showing them how to actually implement the strategy. Um, but it's fine. I'm going to show you guys here. You guys are watching on YouTube. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Drop a comment below if you're watching from a different part of the world. If you're watching from the U.S., comment U.S. Any other part of the world. And hey, man, I'm excited to be able to teach you guys here today. Very excited. Was thinking about this class earlier and was like, damn, what am I going to talk about? But I'm just going to do the strategy I do every single day. What we've been going over in the past couple classes. You guys want to watch the videos, the previous videos. And then after this class, I'll probably do another one, just like a more in depth. And then from there, I'll just be breaking down all the simple concepts and like the different meanings of stuff. So like if you're having a specific issue with like fair value gaps or equilibrium, SMT, liquidity, volume. If you don't know what the aligning time frames means, I'm going to be dropping short little videos touching on each of those topics to be able to help you guys out and everything. Right now I'm on the East Coast. It's 10:49 p.m. So yeah, let's get started. Um, I did take a loss today. I dropped that in the Discord. I took a loss today. My original trade was bullish. I did go bullish. I got stopped out. It was very dumb stop loss placement. Um, in my opinion, wasn't with the strategy. I put it under the first low instead of the second low, like I should have. And if I put it under the second low, I would never got wicked out. Would have caught this sick uptrend all the way up here to If we see right here, I had these highs marked out from up here. These are previous highs over here. I mean, I had these marked out. I probably would have got out of this one at TP3, but then we have these highs all the way up here that it looks like we're going to be chasing here in the next coming days and weeks. As I did hear earlier, uh, the S&P 500 did make a brand new all time high, which it looks like we did. If we look at not exactly. We almost did actually. Very close here to all time highs. I'm pretty sure like the stock did. There was some news came out that we did do all time highs. And it looks like we are chasing those on the S&P 500, so that's something we will be looking out for in the next few weeks. I'll actually put here an alert to let me know when I'm trading Nasdaq because S&P did cross this all-time high right here. Um, Probably on the shorter time frame, it looks like right here we did actually break all-time high. This looks like just a wick. Doesn't actually look like. Oh no, we'd have to go way back. Oh, we'd have to go way back to see that. But anyways, to not waste anybody's time, let's get right into this strategy right here. Basically, we're doing the same strategy that I've been teaching the last couple classes. You know, right here, I'll bring it up right here for you guys over here. Um, Basically, we're just gonna combine all these steps and just do a couple trades or maybe three or four or five trades here on FXReplay. It is a bit tricky, but we'll pull it off here. We'll figure it out. We're gonna start off honestly, marking out our highs, then getting a 5 minute confluence, break construction, risk value gap, 79% extension, or SMT divergence. Right here, 2B. If 2B does happen, high key liquidity sweep before market open. Um, we are going to be then after using a 5 minute continuation confluence, we're going to be equilibrium fair value gap or 2B happens SMT divergence. And 1 minute confirmation confluence is going to be break structure and fair value gap 79% extension SMT divergence. And we're going to enter and target other liquidities in the opposite direction that we're trading to. So this does based off of TGR strategy. Although there are times where I take trades based off of different things that I see in the market. Like for example, I think Monday he took a L. I took a dub on Monday, and stuff like that, and I'll be able to break down what I see in the market and what will make me take certain trades in one direction as opposing to the other direction. I think everyone yesterday went short on the Nasdaq, and I went longs, and I was able to actually bang a pretty good buck on longs. And everybody's like, "Why'd you go longs? Why'd you go longs?" Well, look at Nasdaq here yesterday. I'll give a short explanation. Right here, basically, we market open, we get a I see equilibrium, I market out. Um, there's a candle wick right here. I believe so. Yeah, candle wick from this candle wick to the top right here. The opening market candle marked out equilibrium from this one to the top of this wick, and basically it tested equilibrium. This held right here. We were and with the daily profile of London, just carrying out manipulation, move to the downside and sweeping these lows, and then starting to go up. I knew that New York was going to have a continuation. So basically, once I saw this 5 minute just come down. I mean, we did sweep London lows come down, and we came up higher with a breaking structure and also respecting equilibrium. I just took this long right here. I thought that was very free. I don't know why people were thinking short bias. I'm pretty sure because we had equal lows. I think we had like 15 minute, like people were saying something about 15-minute relative equal lows. Hold on, I gotta find it real quick. This was today? So yeah, people were saying relative equal lows, something like that. So I really didn't. I took partials on this one, so it wasn't really a loss. I forgot. I would have to check the Discord. Let me tell you guys right now. Actually, you don't want to just like bullshit you guys here and say that I took partials. Um, yeah, I actually did take partials on that trade. I took hit TP1 and step stop loss to break even. It was a risky trade, and I got taken out. I break even. I think it was like right here. I took out. I got out because we were hitting a 4 hour or like a 1 hour for value gap. Something we were hitting something here that made me take partials. And then this candle is the one that wicked me out on the runner contract. And then yesterday we caught this sweet long right here. Everybody was thinking shorts. I saw longs. I mean, I did see shorts. Maybe take out London lows and to continue down. But once I saw his breakout, I took longs. Uh, it actually was at the 30th. No, actually, no. Actually, belay my last. Um, that's actually not the trade that. What was it? This was a six. Yes, it was a six. Yeah, no, I took longs, and then for that trade on Monday, um, yeah, I got out in profit. Actually, I did get out in profit. I think price just didn't want to distribute more. I saw a loss of volume, and yeah, it looked like volume started losing up here towards the end of New York. I just decided to get out like right here, and ended up actually going down. I actually ended up making 100 on that trade here on my live account, and then on these longs right here, I made 200. Today we lost, and it was pretty big loss right here. I think we lost 100. 140 we lost. I took a buy, got wicked out, and then I thought we were going short. And I just completely forgot about current economic environment with the whole thing happening in Venezuela and with the oil and all stuff like that. I completely forgot that we should be looking more bullish. But news dropped today. Actually, news was bearish. Apart from it was Wednesday. Oh, not an updated calendar. Probably have it on another site. My bad. I'm all over the place here. Yeah, so look, so non-farm came out bearish, PMI came out bullish, and Jolt's job openings came out bearish. So I was leaning more towards bearish, especially if we look right here on NQ. We had swept London, and then we also came up to swept Asia. I was thinking shorts. When this candle came down, I got in on it. I got in on longs first. Got taken out by this candle, and then went short, and then completely got taken out. So it was a double whammy loss right there. But you know it's all right. So now to actually like get into strategy. Now that was my breakdown. Basically we're just gonna be here back testing Nasdaq, and I'm gonna just be walking through strategy right here. So what is this? Monday, November 17th, 2025. So we are back testing. This is Monday. Let's go all the way to Tuesday, 9. Yeah, Tuesday, 9 o'clock right here. We'll just mark the 9. I'll mark 9 right here, and then we'll just fast forward all the way till then. And then I like to delete this, so I don't want it to get in our way here while we're waiting for this. Well, I'll show y'all basically. So we started this account at $1,000. We were up 1,600, and then now we're down to 300. Last class, I wanted to show some trades. Ended up not hitting actually. So now here we get to 9 o'clock right here. So basically, what's the very first thing I'm looking for? So this big yellow box right here is going to represent Asia session. This blue box is going to represent London session. So if we see right here, we already see we first of all, gonna hop. We're not gonna update. Um, Hop right here. We're gonna see these 4-hour lows right here. I'm just gonna mark this green wick right here on these 4-hour lows. I'm gonna also zoom out and see if there's any other lows that we could be seeking right here. I'm gonna mark this low right here on the 4-hour. And I'm gonna mark any 4-hour highs that are gonna pique our interest right here. I'm gonna see this wick right here. That's a nice little 4-hour high. But this is actually not a fair value gap, I wanna say. I'm gonna just mark this right here as well. And then we have these highs up here as well that have not been taken out. Um so then now we'll hop into the 1 hour. This is the first thing I'll do. Let's say market's running, it's like 30 minutes before market opens. I'm coming in here, I'm marking out these highs. So like we do have 1 hour highs right here. We have 1 hour highs up here, so this could be potential target right here. So now let's go down to the 5 minute. Sorry, my internet's a bit choppy here. So then from here we're going to basically just let it play out here. We're not gonna base this off news. We're just gonna base this off just all technicals. So it is 9:05 now, 9:10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom. Market open candle. So we already had London sweep. So then we should be seeing bearish movement. Although we are bullish movement, we are in bearish market trend. So the trend is our friend here. So I'm not yet gonna be thinking anything. We did sweep out all these highs right here. These are all highs in this downtrend right here, and we almost swept out London highs. So we're just gonna mark that right here, and then we're also gonna mark London low got swept pre-market. So we can't really use S&T divergence on here. So we're just gonna keep balling out, and first thing I'll do is I'll not really a good candle mark equilibrium, but I'm gonna mark it anyways. And usually I don't like to put in a trade till 9:45 because the manipulation move of London will happen within the first 15 minutes. Usually, like I would say, 80% of the time. So then let's continue. Let's add another 5 minutes. Boom. So we're just got a test of this equilibrium, and then we're coming down. So now from here, I'll hop into my 1 minute. I'll see what's happening. Um, I don't see no fair value gaps forming here on my screen. Do we have this on? We do have a fair value gap indicator. Let's put it on right here. Okay. So we do see this kind of rejection. We see this come right here. So I do see possibly a trade opening up here. Let's just go 1 minute. Boom. We don't get a fair value gap yet because we have this wick behind it, and then obviously we have a gap right here, but it's not a fair value gap. So we'll just wait to see how market plays out. Boom, we have a big down candle. So now not only is this irrespected um equilibrium, but what's it called? It also creates down candle. So usually this is something I'll be going into. What do we have? We have a sweep. We have a session sweep, which is a very high sweep. We did have London lows. We came up here and swept all these highs right here. As you can see with this first starting candle, then we came out bullish. Now this bullish is a fair value gap very well. So on the 1 minute right here, we do have a bearish fair value gap. Now, the reason this fair value gap is respected is because the first one didn't take it out. The second one wicked it, but it still respected it. It has to be a close above the fair value gap. So when we come down, push down under the fair value gap, we finally get a fair value gap. So then now we come down, we have fair value gap here. We also get a breakage structure because it closed under this right here. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good trade right here. We're going to put 2 contracts here. We're going to go TP at, we'll do a partial TP at this low right here. We'll hop into the 1 hour and see if there's another low we can target. Honestly, I don't see another low that we can target. We could be coming down all the way down here. But we do have lows. We do have lows right here, so we will take partials there and then maybe see if we let it run. So I'll put my original TP all the way down here. Then let's put this TP down here, and then let's put. So this is the 5 minute. We're going to hop in right here. So we do have basically I would say this would be a decent stop loss right here. Um, because we have this first slow and then we have the second one right here. It would be all the way up here, but I don't feel comfortable putting it up there. If the trade actually goes all the way up there, then at that point where our idea of the market is disrespected. So this would be basically almost down near 1 to 1. So that's what we like to see there. This is coming out to a one, basically a 1 to 292, which is basically we can say a 1 to 3 or a 3 to 1, which is very good odds here on a trade. Is what we want to get above at least a 1 to a 1.5, or a 1 to 1 is doable as well. Just know that as much as you're making is as much as you're risking, but that's where your immediate stop loss has to go, and that's where it has to go. So we'll just play this 1 minute by 1 minute. So boom, we get a 1 minute candle coming down. We get the other minute candle coming down. We do take that 1 minute low right there. Let's see if we get some rejection. No, we keep going down. Oh, we do come up. It's a very big thing, but we come back down, disrespecting that fair value gap. We keep coming down, coming down. At this point, you just gotta let your trade play out. Boom. At this point, you would take partials. Now, obviously, it wouldn't take it up here, but if you have partials set up, let's say on Top Step, you had a buy limit order, or on your live account, you take partials once it crosses that point. So right here, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna close 50% of my position, which is one contract in this sense. When you're on the live account, you can close like percentages like this. You can close like maybe point 0.20 of one lot. But for let's say we're on funded accounts, we're gonna close one contract here. We're gonna move this to break even. Now we're in a risk free trade. This is a position that you 100% want to be in. Now you've made money in the market, and then now we're just gonna keep watching this trade play out. And then from here, if you want, you can now, if this becomes like a 1 to 2, you could take also your TP2 right here, which this is we're at a 1 to 1.5 right now. It's definitely user preference, but we'll see where our 1 to 2 mark is at. I'll put a line right here just to remind us here that we could take a partials there again. So you have TP1, TP2, TP3, and then now when you take your TP2, you move your stop loss to TP1. That way now you're making money no matter what happens, and you've already made money in the market. So boom, there we go. That's a TP2 smack right there. We're gonna take 50% out, and then now guess what? We're moving this stop loss. If we could grab it, I don't know if we can even grab it here. Oh, there we go. And we're moving this to our TP1, which was right here. So now our trade is not only risk free, but it's making us money no matter what happens. So now we're gonna just let this play out. So now we're getting some rejection once we come up right here. It's still 10-18. Let this trade play out. So 100% I would do. You're already in a risk-free trade. You already made money, and boom, we get taken out right here. We made damn near $300 in profit. So basically, everything that we lost last time we were trading, we just made it back in one trade. So that is right there a beautiful trade right there. Risk-free trade. That's exactly what we're looking for when we use this strategy right here. This is basically textbook right here. Now, I don't know if we had news today going in our favor or not, but even if we did, just pure technicals, even with a news candle, without a news candle. News is just a confluence. That's all you should use it for. But this is a beautiful trade, although we didn't get the TP3 right here, since, we were being very risk management. Now, later on, can it go back down? Yes, it can reverse. Now, will it always reverse? No. Maybe this is all the liquidity it needed and market makers wanted to push it back up? Yes. Now you remember we're just here to take most high probable trades. Now guess what? We are coming back down. Now if you wanted to put above those highs, I can, but I was happy. I already hit TP1 and TP2, and I wanted to move my trade to TP1 to still make money off the market. and eventually it looks like we are going to come down and take out these lows. I want to see if we'll come take it out here eventually. Boom, eventually we come take it out right here. It basically exactly at around 11. That was basically an hour and a half trade. If you would have, you could also kept your stop at break even after you took TP2. Completely up to you guys. Me personally, I moved it to TP1 where my TP1 was at, and I still made money on the market. Obviously, could have made more, but we don't get greedy in this market. We take what we can take, and as you can see right here, guys, we got out right here, so that's where we're gonna end our trade at right there. But beautiful trade right here, 1 to 3 smack right here on a Tuesday. Very good, beautiful trade. So remember, once you guys are done, charting off, I take out my lines, and then now we're gonna go to the next day. Beautiful trade right there, guys. That's exactly what I wanted to show you guys. That's basically using the strategy right there. And then you know what? I'll bring the notebook up here on the screen as well. Um, so what did we get? We were looking for 1 hour, 4 hour session higher, session lows. So what did we get right here? We did get a session low sweep before. We got a London session low sweep right here as well. If we come on the 5 minute, also using daily profile. We did have Asia distribute, which then went up, and London consolidation. So what would we expect? A New York manipulation, which would happen in the first 5 minutes. As we see right here, we had a big bearish candle. Everybody thinks, oh, we're going bearish, we sweep lows. That's not always the case. That's why I love using this equilibrium tool right here. Equilibrium will usually always tell me market direction based on just the previous candles. Now, I don't use equilibrium on the higher time frames. I use it only on the 5 minute because that's where I'm getting my confidence from. I usually mark it out right away. It doesn't hurt to mark it out right away because it could, and even though our trade, we didn't wait till 9:45, it was around 9:42 when we entered this trade. That's good enough for me to enter the trade. Now will that always happen? No. Sometimes you have to wait till 10 o'clock. Sometimes till 10:10. It's not always gonna happen. But when your steps are there, your setup is there, take it. Now, that was when we're seeing these fair value gaps form right here on the 5 minute. But now to continue on with the steps. Right here, we had a 5 minute confirmation confluence. What do we have right here? For me personally, it was this 5 minute. I like to use this equilibrium instead. That's just me personally. But what's it called? This could have breaking structure, inverse fair value gap, or 79% extension, S&T divergence. Entering this trade, even if you entered it a bit later, still would have been a beautiful TP smack. Right here, you could have marked 79% extension, was about right here, which on this candle, we got it. So then now, and we got this full disrespect of equilibrium already, so that knocks out step number 3, which is a 5 minute continuation confirmation to be equilibrium fair value gap, or to be happens to S&T divergence. Now, we probably did get a big S&T divergence off this trade, but we just can't see it because we're on FXReplay. And switching between is going to be a pain. What's it called? Then right here, we would have what we got was our 1 minute confirmation confluence, breaker structure, versus value gap, 7% extension, S&T divergence. Now, as you guys saw me explain earlier, once we hopped on the 1 minute, whoa, it's not what I meant to do. Right here, we hop on the 1 minute, as you see right here. Not only on this candle did we get a fair value gap, very small fair value gap that ended up getting disrespected, but this fair value gap up here got respected. This didn't wick it out. If it was this candle that would have came all the way up, then it would have completely invalidated this fair value gap on the 1 minute, but it didn't. So that fair value gap came down, and it was also supported by equilibrium. What's it called? So then what we got a small, very small fair value gap right here that got created, as you guys see right here. Gonna mark it from right here to this right here. Very small gap, very small fair value gap, but this held its own, and we had to break a structure because it broke this low right here. So we already knew that it was coming down. Those are basically 2 1 minute confirmations that we were going to continue down. I entered, and what did I target? I targeted my 1 hour or 4 hour liquidity zones. If it's a 1 hour and a 4 hour, great. If it's just a 1 hour, you can take a TP1 there, like kind of what I did, and then I just let this trade kind of play out. If we hop right here on the 1 hour, we targeted this one, which we got our TP1 at, and then we had these lows right here, which is not what I actually targeted. I didn't target this low right here. It was actually on the 4 hour. This 4 hour candle right here is what I saw as the higher time frame liquidity, And so then once we hit that, I definitely got out, and that was TP3 right there. We did have all this liquidity from this big move up that was fighting our trade here. If we go into the 1 minute, you can see we had a bit of not too much resistance, but we did have resistance getting closer to that getting closer to that liquidity right there. As you see, orders are getting filled into the market. Let's go do another one. Let's move on to Wednesday right here. So let's go right here, and these settings right here, I would say are mimicking they're mimicking. I think I don't know what leverage I have it set at, but I wanted it to mimic, let's say, my live account. So realistically, my live account, I'm not going in on two whole lots because that's a lot, way more. My live account's at I don't want to say, for reasons I can explain in the Discord, but I just won't say it here. But my live account is at a good way, a good leverage. What's it called? So now we're gonna go right here. There's just something you have to do on FX Replay. It gets kind of annoying right here. I'm going to mark this 9 o'clock right here. 9 o'clock right here, Wednesday, and then we're just gonna let it play out. This is basically throughout the night. We're gonna see movement. As you see, we did sweep that 4 hour, and we're one liquidity again, making this move right there. Throughout Asia session, now going into London session, and then now once we get to this 9 right here, we're gonna pause it, and then do the same thing that we did. Let's just mark out, boom. Well, we're gonna stop there at 9:05. But what do we have here? So we have previous, well, it's beautiful. It's marking out previous day high and low. But first thing I'm doing, I'm marking out this high right here. I know that's a high. I'm going to mark out this low right here is a previous day high, previous day low right here. I don't really use these daily lows, but it is good to mark it out. I know on the higher time frames that's going to be a key low. So first of all, I'm marking out this Asia low. I'm also going to mark out this London low right here on this 5 minute. London high did get taken out. And if we're looking at our daily profile already, we did get an Asia manipulation and then London distribution. So will see what New York has to play. New York might consolidate today. Who knows? That's probably what the play is here. We might get a New York just complete reversal. It just depends. Or we could get a New York manipulation down to sweep this London low and continue on the continuation. It really, new money into the market. You don't know what it's gonna do, but the three daily profiles definitely helps. Um, let's get going right here. So first thing I'm going to a 4 hour. Definitely. Oh, we do have a 4 hour low right here. You see right here is definitely this one. We'll keep that one marked. Um, we have this one right here, which is probably going to be a 1 hour low. And then what other 4 hour highs do we have? We have a little high right here. We have this one right here, so I'll mark this one out as well. Um, we are still in this downtrend. It looks like on a higher time frame. Now, if we're using aligning time frames, the 1 hour and the 4 hour are both bearish to start off. So well, this one's on its third hour before it closes off at 10 a.m. And then this one's just starting. So we're both bearish. That means they're aligning. That means that's probably the move for the day, but we have to see a lot can change in these 30 minutes going into market. So let's let it play out here. We have our highs, we have our lows marked. We already know Asia, London highs got taken out, so we're not even gonna mark it. We're just gonna keep balling. We're here. What time is it? It is 9:20 on this candle. Let's bring it down. It is 9:25. Boom. 9:30. We got this London grab right here, sweep, whatever you want to call it. First thing I'm doing is I'm going to mark out EQ right now, just because FX replay is weird. We are going to mark out EQ on this starting candle right here. Boom. So then now this trade is going to turn into this. Now you're marking EQ because it is one singular move. It's still going bullish. The second you see a bearish candle, that's where you stop marking equilibrium. So now we do have it going up. It is 9:35. It did look like we said it did come down, sweep up. So we'll see it now in these next 5 minutes. Is 9:35. We'll let it play out another 5 minutes. And it looks like we're going really bullish right here. So we're just gonna wait for at this point I would wait for a retracement. We're due for one. We have a fair value gap right here. We have another one getting created right here. So we'll see what the next 5 minutes says. We're coming back up right here, so we're just gonna keep marking, moving EQ up. Boom, we did take these highs. So those highs did get taken out. So realistically, I don't think I'm going to be looking for a trade anymore unless I get a big retracement to his equilibrium to see if we're going to continue pursuing higher. But as we did, this is a perfect example of what I mean by market sometimes just won't manipulate and market will sometimes carry out. So as you see right here, London, we had Asia take these highs and then continue down, and then we did have some London, we did have some distribution going into London as well. And then it looks like the slight reversal was before market, was been pre-market. That opens up. I think it's at like 8:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. New York pre-market opens, and the market opened up and just started, going very bullish. I don't know if we had news today. This could be also a big news thing. Let's just check right here, see if it comes out for us or not. It doesn't want to pop out. Oh, now, we have. It looks like today we have FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. Doesn't look like we had big news, so this is very interesting to see why it's going bullish. Don't remember why. Honestly, this was November, even though it was this year. It was like a month ago, like a month and a half ago. I don't know why, but we did just take out some highs. So let's see if we get a big retracement. Yeah, at this point, I'm not really gonna be looking for a trade no more. It's already 10 o'clock. All of our the highs that we're gonna target, they get taken out. Yeah, boom. Basically, this would be the end of this equilibrium right here. And then now, since we have this low right here, the next equilibrium would be this candle right here. That's how you will go about it if you somehow continue on it. Still want to trade this market. I'm going to continue just to see if something plays out. I want to see if the strategy will play out later into the market. This is very strong bullish movement. Um, Previous day highs just got taken out. So now, boom, what we're doing is we're moving this to the top of this week because we see 1, 2, 3. So we're going to follow this 3 candles. Equilibrium did just get tested. So let's hop into the 1 minute here and see what's happening. So equilibrium did come down. It looks like market might want to push down. Boom, we get a wick, but we don't get a close still. Boom, slight, ever so slight for everybody got that hasn't been tested yet. So we'll see what's cracking on here. We'll see if we come down. Yeah, very nice. Ferrega becomes very slight. Let's go very low risk on this one. I want to see if I could go point 10 on this. Oh yeah, we did go point 1. I just wanted to test something out here. So we do have first low right here. I want to see even if it'll come down right here. Like if it'll work. It's 10:35. If you didn't get off market, this is our second high right here. We'll just put it above here. What would our TP be? Perfect target would probably be this New York. Let's see this 1 hour right here. We do have a giant fair value gap right here. So I'm just going to mark it right here. That's going to be what? It's like a 1-to-1. That's not even a probable trade right here. If I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys, that's basically a 1-to-1. But we'll see if we smack it. We'll see if we smack it or not. Just to test something out. We do have a 5 minute fair value gap as well. So if anything, we could always move our TP. That looks actually really short. Yeah, like we do have a 1-to-1 right here. Not a probable trade. I probably gone off. I would have most definitely gone off after I saw the big rally up. But trade definitely got missed at that point. So, oh, damn, we actually did come down pretty good. So we do come down. Obviously we went to down draw there for a second, and now we're getting our big moves down. So, yeah, just we're coming down. TP1. We'll just take TP1 since we are gonna tap into that 1 hour at that point. So yeah, I mean, damn, the trade did play out. We did follow the strategy, the trade. Wow, this one actually did play out. So that's TP1 right there. Obviously, we were in that 1 hour. I wanted to be safe, take the 1-to-1. So like around right here that we took that 1-to-1 right there, and then we're just gonna keep watching to see if it actually inverses. Boom. Wow, we do get actually a tap back right here, which is going to be a what? It's going to be. Oh, That was a previous candle right there. Let's go into this right here. We are tapping into fair value, guys. We are inversing them. So realistically, I don't think this will play out all the way down here. That was very, very, very big drop. 1 to 8. That'll be a holy smack. But yeah, we're targeting right here. Let's just go for a 1 to 2 8 right here. See if we hit that, smack that right there, and boom, we did actually smack that. So that's actually a pretty crazy trade right there. And it shows this is a perfect example all about patience in the market, waiting for your setup to develop. And we did sweep out multiple highs, so we did know that a move was coming, a move was possible. As you know, we marked the equilibrium up here, not for this one. It got disrespected, and we saw a 1 minute entry come up, and we were supported by a 5 minute fair value gap right here as well. Upon our after our entry got developed, we did a 5 minute fair value gap, but we did look right here. We did get a break of structure, and we got an ever so slight fair value gap that got respected. So yeah, we just took that short, and hey, that's actually a pretty beautiful short right there. Very 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 impressed with myself actually, and we'll see what market actually did. I'm very interested to see what market did. Wow, wow, market did end up. Wow, market did end up coming all the way down. Holy, and look, that would have been a 1 to 8 right there. Well, yeah. Oh my goodness, that really would have been a 1 to 8. Wow. And and that's on me not taking that not listening to my own my own rules there, taking that 1 hour low. That would have been a crazy trade. But as you see right here, you see this type of stuff doesn't happen every single day. But look at this, a 1 to 8 right here following our strategy. Now, obviously, that's not what we usually target, but hey, a 1 to 8, if your next 1 hour low is right there, and hey, just take partials on the way down, market TB1, TB2, TB3, and we're going down, and we took out this daily previous high, we took out all these highs on the way up, and we had no news. So we were due for a retracement, and wow, beautiful trade right here, boys. Beautiful trade, ladies and gentlemen. I do enjoy that one. That was actually very very nice right there. But you guys are seeing right there that we're using the strategy. We're banging right here. I literally just hopped on and just started going crazy. I don't remember these days at all. Honestly, if I scroll up on the Discord, probably have trades that day. Probably did take trades that day. We'll see what we did. What day was that? That was November 19th. I don't know. We'll see. That's very interesting. Let's see what I took on that day. No, so I didn't have the Discord up for that time. Um, well, yeah, man, that's super interesting. But you guys see right here, we just banged 2 for 2 right here. I'm probably gonna stop for the day. It's getting pretty late. I did start class later today. I was at church and everything. But that was beautiful right there. Um, but yeah, no. Next, since I'm gonna do another class in this, we'll just continue on from there. We're just gonna take these 2 dubs right here. That 1 to 8 honestly is fire. That's a beautiful trade right there. But you guys see, as I was explaining the other classes, I don't really use SMT divergence, and we're banging trades like this. Now it depends. It's definitely user preference. Some days that there is that for me. There's a onesie twosies of using SMT divergence that are going to work out for me, and sometimes, well, most of the time I don't use them. Most of the times I just use my equilibrium. I use my market analysis, looking right here, marking my highs, marking my lows, daily profile. I did say we were going to rally up, and then but I still had bearish bias on this day, especially after we swept all those highs. And look, this was a previous Asia high as well, not only a daily high, but a previous Asia high. So as you guys see right here, even though we don't have daily highs, we do have session highs on our thing as well. Now I did say in one of the classes, I think it was class 4, or I think it was class 4, class 3. If you guys go back and watch the video, I did say that if you want to, you can use daily high and daily lows. Another one that you can use is data highs and data lows. When news comes out and creates a high or a low, like CPI, definitely you can use data highs and data lows. Very A pair of profitable traders called PB Trading. They don't trade this type of they don't trade this type of model. They trade a different type of strategy. Very profitable strategy. I would say you guys should definitely check them out. Just see what they're about. They have good information on how they analyze the market, and what's it called? Definitely for what's it called? They where was I going with this? They use data highs and data lows. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Glad you guys are trusting in me to be able to teach you guys this stuff. Hey, and let me know if you guys want me to start dropping my Discord right here. Here in the description. I am going to start doing paid membership into the Discord soon, and then start doing mentorships one on one very soon. I'm not at the stage yet where I'm as profitable as I want to be to where I think I should be doing one on ones, but once it's definitely getting really close to there. So I'm definitely going to be charging very soon, but the Discord is closed off as of right now until I set up. It's going to be not a big fee um, to join the Discord. So once I announce that, I'll definitely be announcing it in the video and dropping it in the description for you guys to join. I have tons of other traders here, mostly beginner traders, but I do have different types of traders. I have scalp traders in here. I have options traders, forex traders. I have futures traders like myself. Right here, and then we all just hop in this Discord and we drop our what we did for the day, drop our P&Ls, drop what we're thinking for the day. Mostly it's just me talking in here right now, but sometimes the other boys chime in, and we also have some swing traders. We have a couple swing traders in here as well. But definitely gonna set up a community for all types of traders, not just limited to the people that trade just like me, but for everybody to be able to learn off everybody else, and for everybody to celebrate everybody's success. There's enough money to go around in this game for everybody to make bread, and definitely hope you guys have a great morning, rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. And God bless you guys. Let me tell you guys the daily verse. I do have the daily verse that pops here in the Discord. And today's daily verse is Ephesians 5:1 through 2. It's therefore be imitators of God as beloved children and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. Beautiful verse right there in Ephesians. But hey, definitely catch you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe, stay blessed, stay safe in these markets, and let's run this up together. Hey, be don't let 2026 be the same as 2025. Hey, let's change this. We're in here for the long run. All right, you guys have a good one. Deuces.